Hi everyone. I have some very exciting news today. Today is the release of my book, The Echo of Us. Um, this has been a long time coming, and I am actually just over the moon happy about this book. Oh my goodness, I have worked so hard at it. It all started with The Echo of You that was released last summer. And I wasn't expecting to do a sequel, but actually many people had asked me to come out with a sequel, and I found that I wasn't actually done with this couple. I just kept I continued to write poetry for them and take photos that just kind of seemed to go along with the poetry. So yeah, so here it is. I'm just going to unveil my copy to you so that you can see it. And there we go. The Echo of Us. It is, you can't really see it here because this says, this is my other copy, but it says, a love tethered through the seasons of life and beyond. So I'm gonna hold up the two copies together. So we've got The Echo of You. There we go. It's crooked. The Echo of You and The Echo of Us. So as you know, The Echo of You um, is basically, it's a series of poems together with much of my photography. And altogether, it tells the story of a couple that they were fated to be together. They found each other in their dreams, and then they found each other in real life, but their lives were such that they couldn't be together. So they had to kind of learn and grow and become the people who they were meant to be before that they could be who they were supposed to be with one another. And so this book, The Echo of Us, continues where The Echo of You left off. Now, you could read this book and not need The Echo of You. But if you're following this couple, then you definitely want to get this one to go along with The Echo of You. So where this one starts is this couple, it starts, they're blissful, they're happy, they're together, they get married, and then, as with everything, nothing is perfect in life. Um, Tragedy sets in for them, and they encounter much loss. Oh, now I'm not gonna lie, I pulled from a lot of my own life for this book. Um, I personally have been through a ton of loss. I've lost children. I've lost my brother. I've lost my parents. I've lost friends. Um, I know what it's like to lose. I know what it's like to experience trauma. Oh. And so when I wrote this last winter, I actually went away for several months and just kind of sequestered myself. And I took tons of photos and just all I did was write. And it gutted me. I'm not gonna lie, it gutted me. But it was good. Like I realized by writing this that even though I had thought, I had been over so many things, a person doesn't really get over grief. It stays with you. It's not something you get over. It's something you work through. And if you've ever experienced loss or trauma or grief, um, things might get easier, but you have it for life. That becomes who you are. You just learn to live with it. And if you've ever experienced it, I think you know what I'm talking about. And if you have ever experienced loss or trauma or grief or anything like that, um, this book is for you. Um, I'll just digress a little bit. There's a lot of people that I encounter, they'll say, yeah, I don't read poetry. I don't like poetry. And one of the first things that I say is, well, do you like music? Because most people love music. And really, music is poetry put to sound. And that's what this is. This is like when I'm writing, I oftentimes will hear like a melody in my head, and it comes out like this. And even though you might not hear the music, um, the words will resonate with you. And these two books, they are the music of my life. Um, and not to sound cocky or anything, but you haven't read my poetry. Um, I've had many people say that the poems that I write are very different. Um, I speak to I speak very plainly to people in how I feel and how they can relate to my words. Again, I don't mean for it to sound like, oh, I'm not any better than the next person, because I'm not. I'm definitely not a better poet than someone else. But I'm just different, and I just give it a shot. So I don't want to take too long of a video here, but I really am excited about these books, mostly because I truly believe that taking experiences that I've had in my personal life and putting them within a fictional setting with this fictitious couple. I did this because not that I wanted to like live through all of this again. It wasn't that. It was that I really truly feel that I can help others, and it's always been my mission in life is to help others. Um, so yeah, so I just it's so beautiful. Just look at how beautiful it is. Now, I will say that the with the with the soft cover, the interior is not glossy. However, it is beautiful. Sometimes I can't even believe that I took a photo that looked just like that with a bird that just happened to come in the scene like that. But if you get the hardcover, I do recommend like getting the hardcover, because the hardcover, now I don't have a hardcover of The Echo of Us just yet, but I'll show you the difference. The hardcover, you can see, sorry, just gonna open it up to a double page spread here. You can see how glossy, you can see the gloss, the sheen on it. So it's not matte like this one on the inside. Of course, the covers on both are glossy, but the inside is matte. Um, I would like to read to you just a couple of examples. Please bear with me. Um, so I'm going to read you the first poem. So again, my funny little reading glasses. Um, the It starts when this couple, they're blissfully happy. So I'm just going to read you the first one, just to give you an idea of what this is like. This one is called "It's Only Ever Been You," and there's the beautiful photo that goes with it. Um, okay, it's only ever been you. From the dawn of time, I searched for the one that would complete me. Faint echoes amidst the terrors of life kept my soul alive and free. I knew your face and your heart before we had ever met. Even upon my very essence, your name was inscribed and set. Loud and strong your echo found its way through the chaos and the dark. It shone a brilliant beacon with a new path to embark. All my life I dreamed and waited with a love that was pure and true. And now I pledge myself, body and soul, because, darling, it has only ever been you. So that's the first poem in this book. And then And I'll just show you some of just the gorgeous photos that are in here. And, I know many of you know that I have health issues. And, um, but I've always been about not what I can't do anymore, but what I can do. And something that I have been able to do is pick up my camera and really delve into the art of that. Took some courses and I feel I'm always learning. There's no doubt I'm always learning, but I'm so happy to be able to just take beautiful photos because nature is incredible. Just look at that. The nature is absolutely incredible. It just looks like candy in the sky. And to capture that, and I feel like I'm kind of stealing a little bit of glory uh, from creation and then just kind of keeping it for myself. But, you know, so um, when, sorry, I feel like I'm all over the map here, but when things kind of go awry for this couple, there comes a section that turns to black and white. And I like to read one of those poems. I'll try to do this without crying. Like I said, a lot of these really gutted me. So here's the photo for it. And the poem is called Silence. And again, if you've ever experienced any kind of trauma, any kind of loss, I think this will speak to you. There's a deafening silence that screams in my head of all the words that have been left unsaid. My mouth opens to articulate, but my throat is in a constant suffocate. I cannot breathe from this cacophony, and I am overwhelmed by the enormity of this harrowing sound of silence that tears through me with a vengeance. I long for a different kind of cry, one that can be soothed by a lullaby. But only the clanging cymbal rings with a creepy stillness that pierces and stings. I'm out of tears and I'm out of words. Nothing to self-soothe or reassure. This emptiness I feel within me from the tragic loss of my sweet baby. Yeah, that wasn't so easy. um, it's been many years to write something like this down. But I did it because life is good, even though we've experienced bad. And if I can help others through their trials, I want to be able to do that. And I also feel that even though I don't have any children, my books have become my legacy, and they're my babies. So it doesn't, I just also want to say it doesn't end with just tragedy. It actually ends with a hope, with a reassurance, with a confidence. And I would like to share that through this last poem that I'll read to you. I'm sorry, I know I'm already at close to 15 minutes, but if you're with me this long, thank you. So here's a tree from my yard in wintertime. And the next page. So this is called The Winter of My Soul. It's not the last poem, but it is closer to the end. In the winter of my soul, I have found a peace that had long since been lost. It drips with the sweet taste of honey, harvested just before the frost. I wonder if it had always been there, and why it was so hard to find. But then, these last years, so much has lurked and shadowed my mind. When I was younger, the sun, the moon, and the stars had guided my way. I felt their warmth and blissful light each and every day. Was it the constellations that had changed, or was it me? Did the sun grow cold? Did the moon stop breathing along the sea? I'm older now and well aware of the machinations of my heart. Grief had skulked far too long, and that was largely on my part. But more than ever, I'm ready to go forward and live my life. Even though I've lost, I will always be a mother and forever your wife. The sun is rising, revealing its glory for me to cast my eyes, and for the first time in a long time, I've come to realize life is to be lived with all the joy and love that can be found, along with beauty and music and goodness that does abound. I'm feeling a warm serenity in the wintry days of my soul. It's like a lazy Sunday of dreams fulfilled, making my heart whole. Or the stillness of a morning pond where crickets can be heard and the cornucopia of melodies that are sung by a bluebird. Oh, okay. I won't read you any more. Maybe another time I'll come on and read some poetry, or if you ever want to, maybe we'll have a Zoom session or something and we'll just do some private readings because I'd love to hear some of your work as well. But yeah, so I'll put the link in the comments. I am truly over the moon with this book. I still can't believe that these two books kind of came together, and I'm overwhelmed actually. I remember when this one came out. It had reached number one for several days. As what was it? Amazon's number one hot new release, and it would throw me beyond belief if we can do something similar for this one. I'm just so happy. I am just so happy. Thank you all very much. And yeah, so click on the link and take a look at it. And I hope you enjoy it. I love you guys all so very much. Have a most wonderful day.